Hey guys, it is Ben, aka the Fusebox, coming to you again with another Fusebox Engaged. Yeah, I just released a new edited video a couple of days ago. If you haven't checked it out, go check that puppy out. One of my best editing jobs to date. I'm getting better at it. It is where I do a review on Final Fantasy 15. I was quite pleased with it indeed. You know, I look pretty gross today. I'm sorry. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for being unkempt. But yeah, so as we speak, it's looking like it's probably gonna be a slow night. I'm okay with that though. This week I've been pretty bad. I have been playing a cell phone game, well actually two cell phone games. The kind that are designed to completely drain you of all your money. Oh lordy. What's going on, Belmont?
What's going on?
Oh, not much. I was just talking about how this week I did the stupid thing that nobody should ever do, and I've been playing cell phone games. The cell phone games that are meant to completely drain you of all your money. But I've been pretty good with that part because I'm poor, so I can't afford to drain all my money. Thank God for that. Yeah. And I'm pretty stoked. Just got done producing a new edited video about Final Fantasy 15. I was pretty proud of myself. Yes, indeed. And yeah, let's go to the phones.
Any callers?
Well, no, I meant well, I wanted to update everybody on what's going on with the campaign.
Yeah, how many signups?
We are so damn close right now.
How many do you need?
Hang on, I want to see if it changed any since I last checked it. All right, so we're at the same as it was earlier, but still, it's pretty fucking good. Let me see. Yeah, as of right now, we are at 92.
Oh, 8 more.
So we are so damn close. I can smell it.
Drop that sign up link.
What's going on, Wolf?
Hey man, how's it going? Long time no see.
Yeah, man, doing well. You know, getting there in terms of the sign-ups.
Yo, that's what's up.
So we're 8 away from when I can schedule the launch.
Nice.
I'm excited about that, and just did my latest edited video about Final Fantasy 15, and I'm damn proud of it.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'm glad to check that one out.
And my book review I did about Raging Golden Eagle's book, Blade Devil. Like, that video has been doing damn well. We're at about 105 views, which is really good for my channel.
That is awesome.
So good stuff, and I've been wasting too much time playing cell phone games that are meant to totally take all your money.
I feel that.
And you know, I haven't spent a lot, thank God, because I'm so fucking poor. So thank God I'm poor. But what's been going on with you, man?
Me? Nothing. I just released a video earlier today. You know, trying to grind.
Hell yeah. What's it about?
Honestly, it's about it's kind of like a parody review for Iron Man, the first movie. Like, I wasn't trying to be all serious with it. I just wanted to make fun of some things in the movie make some stuff up and have a laugh.
Nice. Hell yeah! I've been watching a lot of EFAP, with Mahler and all them.
I didn't know they were EFAPing.
Well, like there was that's their channel, EFAP. I think their channel is where that term actually came from. I'm not too sure, but like I've been watching a lot of them, and they like review a bunch of the new videos and stuff and movies, and it's funny, but it's a little depressing.
Oh, yeah, I feel that. Let me actually check them out, because I don't think I've seen them.
Yeah. So I didn't really have a big plan going into this stream. I was like, what the hell? Let's wing it.
I feel you. Who does, right?
Yeah. Because there's not a hell of a lot going on right now that I'm super excited about.
Oh, that's an EFAP. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I know them then.
You're not excited about putting your new book out? Come on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things where like I'll be excited once it's actually time to do it. Like I'm still in the between phase where I'm just trying to get more eyes on the email sign up, and that part's not exciting. That part's just like
No, I feel you. It's like you're doing so much at one time. It's hard to get excited over everything.
Yeah. Well, it's like where we are with the production, it's like I'm kind of on hold because I'm looking for a new job, and I'm broke, so I can't pay my artists to do any more pages at the moment. So it's like really, it's like getting the campaign out there is the main priority. It's like if I can get this thing funded, then I'll be set. Or if I can at least get some sort of income in, then I can get more work done.
I feel you.
It's like shit's just kind of on hold, and I don't like that.
No, I definitely understand, man. Dude, this economy is going to shit.
Seriously. Everything's more expensive than I ever remembered it being.
Exactly. I remember back in 2 years ago, we were all good. Like I was actually getting a pay increase and everything. Shoot. Now I'm at the same pay and stuff just got more expensive.
Yep. It's rough right now.
Everything's expensive, man.
Seriously.
Definitely. I bet you milk went up to $4.
Oh yeah, I only buy a half a gallon of milk now. It's just me and my wife. My wife doesn't really drink milk that much, so I just said, fuck it. Instead of me drinking a gallon in a week, I'm just gonna drink a half a gallon. $4.39 or something. It was almost $5 for a gallon of milk.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was like $4 something.
Dude, it used to be like
It used to be $2.79, $2.89, $2.69.
Exactly. Like God.
Now that's the price of a half gallon.
That's too much, man. That pisses me off because I'm an avid milk drinker. I go through like half of a single gallon in a week. So you can imagine I'm spending like $10 every paycheck for milk. That's bad.
Jesus.
Yeah, I just get a half gallon now and just don't drink as much, I guess, I've been trying to cut down my soda too, not because of price, just because it's too much sugar,
I feel you, but you do need milk for like a lot of stuff if you're like cooking and shit. Unless you like to have your shit watered down.
Yeah.
True.
Lord Almighty.
And you always got to watch that fucking expiration date because they try to get you for $4 something for a gallon of milk, and then the shit expires in like 4 days, 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck this.
Yeah, dude, I work in a supermarket. The trick is always pull from the back because that's where you're supposed to have the full fresh stuff.
Woo.
Oh yeah.
What's been going on with you, Velma?
My book started production.
Ooh, awesome.
Hell yeah.
But it's kind of it's a small printer, so they don't have like a big staff, so it's gonna take some time. But they've already printed up smokes, and now they've been trimming it the last couple of days, trimming the books,
Nice.
which is the most tedious, time-consuming part, I guess. I don't know. They told me they can make 30 they can print 30 comics in an hour, so that's not a lot of comics. But if you're pumping them out all day long, you know what I mean, in like 8 hours or something, that's a lot of comics, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
they haven't started Weaponized Werewolf yet, so that'll be next. So a few more days probably, and we'll start printing that, and then it's going to take a few days to cut them up. Then I got to go pick them up, and then start signing them, throwing them in backing boards, and then start mailing them out.
Dude, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Shit, it's like, I'm glad you're fucking making your dream come true, bro.
Yeah, I've been wanting to put this comic book out since I was 15 years old. It's been like 28 years or 29 years, something like that. So
Hell
it's a
yeah.
long time. It's not because everybody else is coming out with a comic book, but that kind of inspired me, though, to put out my comic book. You know what I mean? After seeing everybody else putting out, I'm like, fuck, if they can do it, I can do it.
Exactly.
So it gave me that push that I needed to finally pull the trigger.
Amen. Like,
You know what I mean?
pretty, like, it's almost identical with me, except like what really gave me the confidence to put out my stuff was just seeing examples of writing in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Like literally just like when I saw like just these walls of awfully, horrible grammar and everything, and seeing that was getting published by major companies, I was like, oh shit, like if they can get out there, I can do it. Like,
Dude,
Yeah.
exactly.
What's going on?
Hello. How's it going?
Look-
It's going all right, man.
Rope breaker.
I just clicked the link. I didn't even know what it was.
Oh, we're giving out free marijuana.
What's your Cash App? We're giving out thousands of dollars.
Oh shit. Yeah,
All
I'll
we
take
need-
that.
All we need is your social security. That's all.
And your mom's maiden name.
Oh shit.
So yeah, which group are you in on Twitter, Woke Breaker?
What do you mean? As far as like,
Because like I know I put the link in a few groups, so I was just curious
Oh.
like which one.
oh, it's the I guess it's Circle of Wind.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
that's
cool one.
telepathic.
Yeah, and Luke.
Oh, I heard of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Okay,
telepathic.
that's good. So, what idea are you gonna be doing?
Oh well, I'm trying to do King Arthur and Pinocchio
Oh, you're that cool guy. Okay.
on a space, like on a like I guess like a space adventure or whatever.
That's gonna be pretty hard because I think he said like what 4 to 6 pages.
Yeah, I didn't like. I had to like start over and read through everything because when I was thrown in, I didn't even know what the group really was, and then I
Yeah.
started over. So I was like, oh, I think I could do something like simple enough because the premise is pretty easy.
I feel that. I know you
I've
can get
definitely never heard of that before though.
What's
King
that?
Arthur and Pinocchio in space.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, like the initial idea is to have like Geppetto be like a like I don't know, like an opposite of Merlin or something like that, where he's evil, where he's evil, and like Excalibur, like so Arthur can't use a sword, he doesn't know why, and turns out that Excalibur ends up like glowing on it, and there's an inscription on the blade, and it says like the wooden one or whatever. So they figure out that Geppetto found this wooden doll, obviously it's Pinocchio, and he's trying to turn it into a real boy or whatever. And they go and defeat Geppetto, bring Pinocchio back to Excalibur, glows and stuff, and then Excalibur turns Pinocchio into the into a real boy, whatever. And there's the sword is a key to the round table. So Pinocchio uses the sword as a key on the round table, and it starts to sink. And it turns out that the round table is actually the control panel to the bridge of a starship. So now they got to go off and find out where the heck Pinocchio came from.
Dang, so he's like a wooden alien boy? Yo!
Something like that. I don't know. It's like that's like a general idea, I guess.
Oh lordy, what's going on, Fade?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing okay.
We were just learning about a comic idea I would have never thought of in my life. Good old Woke Breaker was telling us about King Arthur and Pinocchio in space.
Hmm.
Is
I have to
Pinocchio
know how-
public domain?
Yeah, I think Pinocchio is. Yeah.
So wait, yeah,
Right,
you
like-
got to be careful with Disney.
You could do Winnie the
Yeah.
Pooh in space.
No. Pinocchio is public domain because if you're basing it off of the novel, the
Right.
original novel by whatever his name is, you can do that.
But not the Disney version, right?
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
can't make
no.
it look like that.
Okay.
I got to know how that idea came about.
When they said it, that's the first thing I thought of. I don't know why. That was the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, that actually is a good question.
Yeah, like I don't know how that I wouldn't that yeah.
And you didn't smoke any weed before you started.
I was gonna say someone's mind just exploded there.
Oh Lord. Oh no.
I shouldn't be smoking weed because I was coughing up blood earlier from something. But
Damn.
I
Are you still sick, Belmont?
I don't know. Like today, like I went to go brush my teeth, right? And I got COVID like 3 weeks ago, and I tested negative a long time ago for not having it anymore. But I woke up today, I brushed my teeth, and I spit out, and it was nothing but red blood. And I was like, oh, my gums must be bleeding. And then I realized it wasn't from my gums. It was from just coming out of my throat, man.
Wait,
My
what?
stomach.
Huh?
I was spitting out blood, man.
Belmont, I think you have tuberculosis or something. You gotta go get that checked out.
Yeah, you definitely gotta get that checked out, whatever it is.
No, but then it cleared up, though. It was only like a little bit of blood or whatever, or like a, I don't know, it wasn't a lot where I was going like, oh, fuck, I gotta go to the doctor. But after that, it cleared up and it was magically gone. And then I looked it up online. It says, oh, don't worry about if you have a little bit of blood. It's not that big of a deal. So, I don't know.
Oh, shit. Okay, I think I know what it is. You are an anime protagonist and somebody punched you in the stomach really hard a couple days ago.
Isn't that how Houdini died?
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Yeah, someone said, like, they give him, like, a punch in his stomach or something like that, and he wasn't ready. Someone, like, punched him without him being ready for it, and I think, like, it caused internal bleeding or something and killed him. Something like that.
I learned about that from Archer.
Oh, he had appendicitis, I guess. Yo, you can get punched in the stomach and get appendicitis? That's messed up.
All I know is I learned about the Houdini thing from Archer.
Oh yeah.
I learned that from, I think it was Sherlock Holmes, the one with Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Was that good?
Oh, it was. I liked it anyway. Well, I don't know about everyone else, but I enjoyed it.
It was good.
I watched 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, I watched literally like 5 minutes, and that was about it. But I enjoyed what I watched, I guess.
It wasn't for me. I was like, but
I was enjoying the whole like he was doing the whole thing where he's thinking 10 moves ahead kind of thing, and he's plotting out every single movement.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was cool. And wasn't he on cocaine?
Who, Robert Downey Jr. or Sherlock Holmes?
Sherlock. Robert quit that stuff.
Okay.
yeah, I'm sure he did. Wasn't he the guy that was found in some kid's bed? Like they woke up one day and Robert Downey Jr. was like sleeping in their kid's bed because he got so fucked up that he went to the wrong house
I have no
and
idea.
just fell asleep. Yeah,
I
that was
don't know
him.
about that.
Yeah,
just-
look it up.
Really?
Yeah. Imagine waking up one day and then you go in your kid's room and Robert Downey Jr. is in the bed.
I think
Yeah.
that's a lot of people's dreams, but also
Mhm.
I think they made him breakfast. They're like, oh shit, what do you want?
Yo, can I get tickets to Iron Man, bro? I won't tell nobody.
Nobody's pressing charges, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Not like he did anything wrong. He just woke up in a kid's bed.
I'm looking this up. I gotta find out.
Did you hear about that? Look it up.
Nah, all I know is that he walked out of an interview because somebody questioned him about doing drugs. That's the only thing I heard.
Robert Downey Jr. passes out in neighbor's bed, is arrested after passing out in a neighbor's bed, released from custody. I guess he did get arrested. Malibu.
Oh.
1996.
Yeah, that was around the time he. I think that was when he had to get clean.
Okay.
I guess it was a while ago. I thought it was not too long ago, but 96. So I thought it was 2000 something.
Let's see.
Alright. Okay, so Belmont, let me clear this by you. So remember earlier today when I told you I thought of that the idea?
What idea?
Okay, so I have this like sci-fi idea, and it's gonna be something like a Nova, Guardians of the Galaxy, or like Green Lantern, like that type shit. So the main bad guys are gonna be like this fleet of like Halo-esque villains, and they're gonna be space orangutans.
A space orangutan?
Thing.
Yeah, because I was looking at, I was like, what is the smartest animal on Earth? And I looked it up, and apparently it's orangutan. So
No, we already got AR-15 orangutan though.
AR-15 orangutan. What the hell is that?
You ever heard of that? It's a comic strip book.
Oh,
Look it
no,
up.
no. Okay.
They haven't made it yet, I don't think. But wait, have
Ah.
they made it? I don't even know.
Okay. They're gonna be more like
Good stuff. What's the deal with orangutan?
yeah.
He knows.
What is that? 'Cause I was
Are you
planning on
talking
making them
about
like a what?
Are
Go
you
ahead.
talking about Six Gun Gorilla?
No, not six.
No.
Look it up. AR-15 orangutan.
I'll look that up because I was planning on having them be like the bad guys from Halo.
I guess it's just a concept right now. They haven't made the book. It's like an orangutan with like a military cap on, like a baseball cap kind of, and then he has AR-15.
I don't know how to spell orangutan. Oh, I messed it up.
Oh, it's Mo Biggs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Mo Big.
Okay.
AR-15 orangutan. Gotcha. Okay, so it
Yeah.
looks like they're gonna be in the jungle. So I'm safe. They're not space orangutans.
I think that sounds like that would be a perfect villain for Six Gun Gorilla.
Or
A
AR-15.
crossover.
Yeah, AR-15 orangutan versus Six Gun Gorilla. I mean, it writes itself.
That would be cool. You have to figure out a way to get them in the same time.
ARO.
I'm gonna follow this guy. Shit looks cool.
ARO. I don't know who that is.
He's talking about the orangutan.
Oh,
They like use its picture and like it does like a newscast or something. I don't know.
Okay.
so we got orangutans in space. We got King Arthur and Pinocchio in space. We got
Why's everything got to be in space?
Ow.
Oh no,
The
this
Final
is my own
Frontier.
personal thing. The thing I'm doing for the the book is actually King Kong.
Is King Kong public domain now?
Oh yeah, the novel's been public
I
domain
believe
since,
so.
like,
Yeah.
1960s.
Lord Almighty.
So
And heck, there's been like what, 3 movies?
oh, they had to pay RKO because they used the movie version. The one I'm doing, I can't say that he fell off. He has to jump off the building, and he has to do some other stuff.
I love how specific it always gets with like copyright deals.
Exactly.
It reminds me of like
Mhm.
you guys know about like the Hays Code back in the day in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was like everything was super specific in terms of like keeping everything up to a moral code. It's like, you know, it's like, okay, well, if you have this kind of character with this kind of character, they can't look at each other in certain angles because that might look dirty. So they have to look here, you know, it's like every little minutia has to be like plotted out.
Oh yeah.
Because
True.
it was like a very strict morality code.
I just want to say one thing. There was a morality code in Hollywood back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
It was just as hypocritical as the morality code going on today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. They used to ban horror comics. I think that's one of the reasons like they stopped doing horror and started doing like mystery and stuff. And I think that's how Detective Comics came up with some of their stuff. I'm not sure. I might be wrong.
Back in the beginning. Back before DC just decided, hey, you know these characters? Let's just like fuck them up. Who cares?
Who cares about established stories?
Yeah, it's funny. Like I was listening to a podcast earlier, and I was just thinking about like what the issue is with like the current MCU stuff, and I figure it's because I think like the directors and the writers working on this stuff don't actually want to be doing a superhero movie, but it's that like they're in this space where they've been told like, okay, like we're gonna give you this big budget movie, but it's gonna be a superhero movie. And they're not going to turn it down because it's money and it's fame and prestige. So they're like, well, I don't like superhero stuff. So what do? How about I just make fun of the genre while I'm making the genre? It's like that's. I get the feeling it's like they're trying to self-parody everything because they're like, people take this shit too seriously. You know, screw it. Let's have them make really stupid. Teeny bopper jokes every 2 seconds, you know.
It's approved by Feige though on the Marvel side.
True. He does
he allows that crap to happen.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it because he I think like he used to give a shit, and I feel like now he's just made so much money he just doesn't care anymore.
No, I think it's because he realized that he didn't plan for the next phase, and he just got his shit together for phase 5 and 6. But at this point, it's already too late because you got all these directors and stuff not talking to each other about what they're gonna do for these characters, and then you have Thor being a joke.
Well, yeah. And you got Disney, but also it's, I don't know. It could be he has more power than we think, and like Disney, like. So Disney bowed the knee, so now they're stuck. They can't, like, once you do that, you can't retract. You can't now you're beholden to these people, these kind of weirdo people. So now anything you do has to be like that, and it has to surpass the last thing they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though you're a hypocrite when it goes overseas and you take, you know, whatever, Finn's face off a poster, or Black Panther has to have his map. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's like it's all this fake diversity, inclusion, and LGBT 6 whatever, all that stuff. So it's like they trapped themselves and now they're paying for it.
I feel you.
Oh yeah, definitely. They thought this philosophy was going to be more popular than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it started with Cap. This is when I knew it was starting. It was actually, I guess, Infinity. Was it Infinity? Let me see. Obviously, Captain Marvel was shoved in between both movies, but Brie Larson started. She started talking about representation, blah blah, all this nonsense, and attacking fans and stuff. But I knew it was happening because I play the Marvel vs. Capcom games.
Oh yeah. That.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite fighting games. But except the last one that came out, which was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which was hot trash, and all it was because they didn't have the licensing between Marvel and Capcom wasn't there at the moment, so they couldn't use. They had to take all the mutants and stuff out, right? All the Fox properties couldn't be in there. So all of a sudden, Ryu and Captain Marvel's on the front cover. It's like they were pushing her so hard and everything. It was a giant Captain Marvel commercial everywhere. And then they started spouting we need to see this and that and this kind of inclusion and this kind of diversity. That's like right when it really, really started. They saw what Wonder Woman did, and then they needed to try to course correct. But they already had Wanda. So why did you have to go? Like, I don't know. It's annoying.
It's because I think it's because Marvel's been trying to push Captain Marvel for a while. They've been trying to make her.
And it keeps failing. It keeps failing. It always fails. I went to I go to Five Below. I don't know if you have that store. Five Below.
I do.
I do.
I went one day. It was the end of the week. It was like a Thursday. Then I went back at the beginning of the week for something else. The same spot has a gigantic section of clearance stuff, and it's all Captain Marvel like pillows and toys and action figures, and they're just stuck there. There was something underneath. Like like a book. Somebody just laid a book there or whatever. And when I went back, it was still there, which means the employees didn't do anything with it, and no customer came with their little girl to grab a Captain Marvel. Everything was still there. The exact amount. Everything was just still there. Nobody wants her.
Dude, like
nobody asked her.
I was following a little bit of the comics, and they keep on doing a whole lot of dumb stuff with her. The first thing I heard was they changed her origin. Now she was half Kree instead of being like fused with Kree DNA. Then she has a freaking half sister that's trying to be a superhero on Earth, and then she gets kidnapped and she has to kill the Avengers. I'm like, come on, you guys are doing way too much with her.
Well, whoever this half sister, you'll see her in MCU soon. That's all That's all they do now is they try to set it up this way. No one can say anything because they can say it's in the comics. It's like, because you set it up that way on purpose.
Now, honestly,
breaking news.
Yo,
Ben Affleck is gonna be in Aquaman 2.
Ben Affleck.
Batman.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's cool then. So I'm guessing they're not doing the Flashpoint thing, not counting everything.
That would actually probably be interesting if they did do that. But I
Mm-hmm.
gave up on the DCEU after Man of Steel, like way back in the day. I was like, no.
I mean, I like Shazam and Aquaman. And Wonder Woman. That's about it. The first.
Actually, have you guys seen the new Shazam trailer?
It looks okay. I can turn my brain off to that because I like the first movie. I just turn my.
I like Watchmen. That's about the only DC movie.
Watchmen, Jesus.
Who watches The Watchmen? I do.
That movie depressed the hell out of me the first time I saw it. It's like, everybody sucks.
I saw it at the theater. It was great.
Yeah, me too. and I was like, oh god, the world's ended and everybody's living a lie, and oh, that's great.
I
And I was annoyed by Dr. Manhattan the most.
Oh yeah, come on, bro.
He's just walking around swinging his blue dick everywhere he went.
He really was.
Dude, I was laughing my ass off, ironically, because it was that one scene where all the girls come up there and was like, "You gave me cancer when you stick your dick in me."
You can't laugh about that.
I know. I was laughing because the way he reacted, I was like, "Dude, come on, bro."
Oh yeah, he was harsh. He has no emotions like humans do, and shit. He's like a computer.
And also, like, he had a major
But I
God
mean,
complex.
it's their own fault, really. I mean, you got a glowing blue man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, blowing of radiation and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then how did Silk Spectre not get cancer? Because she did that dude like how many times?
I could have sworn like it was one of those things where like I think the woman was like making it up for publicity, or somebody was paying her or something.
So that wasn't a real story. It was all.
That's what I thought. I don't know for sure.
It's all accusations.
Did Dr. Manhattan give cancer? The cancer was never from Dr. Manhattan. It was all set up. Okay. It was a lie.
Oh, they're always
Yeah, me too.
They're always going after the blue man. Leave the blue man alone.
So racist.
And yeah, it was. I think the biggest thing in Watchmen, like I didn't read the comics for Watchmen, so I didn't know it was coming. But like just the rape scene, I'm like, superheroes don't rape.
Oh, exactly.
What the hell?
I mean, the comedian ain't no superhero.
Yeah.
He's a super menace.
I don't know. I thought he played a great role, and that movie was pretty well done. I thought for a comic book movie, anyway. You know.
Well, I am a big Negan fan, so you know.
Oh, did he play Negan?
Yeah, the comedian.
Yo, nice. That explains why I like him.
Yeah, I'm a big Negan fan. That's why, like, a lot of times when I mass tag everybody for these streams, I try to threaten people into watching by tagging Negan with his baseball bat.
He came to a con out here, and I was like, I'll meet Jeffrey Dean Anderson, or what's his name?
Morgan.
Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey D. Morgan. I was mixing him up with MacGyver or something. What was I doing? Anyway, he was at the Denver Con or Fan Expo, whatever they call it now, and but I was gonna go like, yeah, I'll go see him, and then I went to go see that line. I was like, maybe I won't see him. You know what I mean? It's just a 3-hour line to meet a celebrity. Fuck that. And then they want like $150 for like an autograph or something.
I feel you.
Oh, fuck that.
I remember one time I was at Philadelphia Comic Con, and I saw that Ric Flair was there. I was like, oh shit.
Oh
and then
yeah.
I walked right up to his booth. I saw it. He was charging $100 to $300. I was like, come on, bro.
What? I got his autograph for $40. I don't know where he went. He must have raised his prices when you met him.
yeah. Philadelphia Comic Con was like 2019 or something.
Oh.
Because that's one of the biggest. That's one of the bigger cons.
Maybe it was $60. It was no more than 60 though.
I give my autographs out for free. If anything, if I give you my autograph, I owe you $5. So
I feel you.
That's the newest thing now. Everybody charges for autographs at the shows. All these so-called pros or whatever. When I was a kid, no one even dreamed of charging anybody for an autograph. You come, you bought their work, and you're bringing it to them, and they want to ask for money. It's just kind of weird. But it was Neil Adams that started that, really.
Dang it, Neil.
He also told all these artists, you'd go to these shows and be like, what do you charge for something like this? And they'll tell him the prices. He's like, oh, if I were you, I would charge at least 3 times that. So he's one of the reasons why all the commission prices are now out of this world, because he would go to everybody, because you go to almost every show. You'd see Neil Adams everywhere. In the last few years before he passed away, he went to so many conventions. I don't know how he had the energy to do it. I probably couldn't do that many conventions. And, you know, he was... I can't believe he's gone, actually.
I feel
It's
you.
strange, but...
He was one of the greats,
Yeah.
though.
All the talented people keep dying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be mad
Yes.
as hell when Val Kilmer dies.
I got to meet Meatvale Kilner, but he can't really talk. It was so strange, you know what I mean? It looked like he had like a softball in his mouth, like he just got back to the dentist, like taking a tooth out or something. And I said, you need to do a sequel to Willow and a Top Gun Part 2, and he's like, oh. Like that, and I was trying to laugh. I felt sad, but it was like almost funny. I didn't want, you know what I mean? But I feel bad for him. But he won't take any medicine to help himself. He doesn't believe in medicine, so he won't take any kind of like any drug or any whatever it is to help his situation. He's like a scientific Christian or whatever that is. Where if God and Jesus can't save you or heal you, then that's the way it is.
Yeah, I think that is that the Christian Science.
I think it's
something like that.
Latter-day Saints or something.
I don't know much about it. You know what I mean?
Wasn't it Scientology or something?
No, he's not. He's like a scientific Christian.
It's Christian Science.
Christian Science. Yeah, Church of Christian Science or something like that. And so he didn't take any kind of medicine for it. But it was cool to meet the legend, and he was a cool guy. But I felt bad for him, though, man. He just looked terrible. He was behind like a curtain, so they had him like isolated so people couldn't see him. He was like, you had to like go behind the curtain when you met him, and then, you know, he just happened to be in town or something and decided to come to the convention last minute. So it was like kind of weird that he would be at a comic book convention. But I guess he did play Batman, so. You know.
I mean, he did play the best Bruce Wayne, so I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I didn't like that movie, so.
I know.
I do love Val Kilmer, but I did not like his Batman. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I think I'm the only person that does.
I liked his Jim Morris.
I'm not familiar with that.
Jim Morrison, I mean. Not Jim Morris. The fuck?
Jim Morrison, okay.
The only on-screen Batman that I liked, even though he wasn't completely Batman, was Christian Bale. I mean, obviously he wasn't Batman, but he was the best we got.
As long as you don't say George Clooney, you're all right.
The best we got. I'll have to. I think I like Robert Pattinson's version a little bit better.
Oh God!
What?
I wouldn't go down that
road.
road.
He was a Batman.
You said that out loud on a stream that's being recorded.
He's not Bruce Wayne, but he is the personification of Batman in the younger years. I will die on that hill.
Wasn't he on Twilight?
And he was in a whole bunch of good movies too. He was in The Lighthouse. He was in
I gotta admit, that Lighthouse movie intrigued me. I like that one.
Yeah.
You know, George Clooney sucked as Batman, but he was the physical embodiment of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he played a good Bruce Wayne, I guess, but you gotta play good both.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I will give him credit. It's not his fault. The script was just so ass. He couldn't work with it.
It's all about Arnold Schwarzenegger and the puns.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why did you put him up with Poison Ivy in vain?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever finished watching that movie. What is it? The one with Robin and Mr. Freeze. Oh, I couldn't watch it.
Yeah. They did Alfred a favor by killing him off, and then they turned him into a computer.
Batman Returns was on today, though. That's a good one with the Penguin.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite one.
You know which character got murdered recently was Wanda in the MCU. I really liked Scarlet Witch, and I thought if they were legitimately going to build her up to be a villain that wasn't sympathetic, I thought that would have been an interesting turn. But they had to try to be like, well, no, you have to see it from her point of view and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, no. What she's doing is not defensible. Like, she's murdering a shit ton of people and enslaving people. It's like, if you want to make her out to be the baddie, that at least would be kind of a unique turn for the MCU, because it's like, okay, now we got a hero going bad. Like, that's new. But if you're going to try to play it up like, well, she's technically good and it's the world that's bad, it's like, shut up.
She literally murdered my favorite superhero. That's the first time I ever saw Mr. Fantastic, and he just got murked on a dumb move. So yeah, I agree.
Jesus. Yeah, MCU, we knew ye well.
Yeah.
They really should have called it quits.
Hello. Hopefully this signal's okay, at least today. It's kind of shit yesterday. Looks like we're good. We got like full bars here.
The signal,
Not full bars.
okay.
Somebody else here?
Anybody know what's going on?
I don't know.
We were intercepting a transmission.
I thought it was hearing voices again. Though. So
It might have been. I don't know.
Maybe the aliens got him.
That was me. Sorry.
It was the Excalibur from space calling out to you.
Oh shoot.
Why do modern movies have to suck right now?
There's a couple. There's something that's not too bad.
Yeah,
Because all the superhero stuff is pretty much not good.
Yeah, but that's like 98% of what's coming out.
True. You have the point. I just saw Nope, and ironically, that movie title is my exact expression watching the entire thing.
if you got Netflix, you can watch The Gray Man, whatever, with that douchebag from the Notebook. What's his name there?
Ooh, I was actually thinking about watching that.
Gosling.
Oh,
Yeah, you can watch. It's actually nonstop action. If you like that, it's a pretty decent movie.
You said
I
Ryan
just go
Gosling,
back
right?
I just go back and watch like Deep Space Nine or random other old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just go back and watch classics, man. YouTube actually has a lot of movies now you can watch too.
True.
Some 80s and 90s stuff on there.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they like to pick and choose which ones you get to see.
it's just like, I went to film school and everything, and I was like, I remembered back in the day, I always thought like movies were gonna get better and better and better as time went on. Like, I was so hopeful. I thought like, wow, with all the technology and shit, like we're gonna have amazing movies.
We have flying cars, man.
Writers strike and mess everything up.
It's always the writing. It's always the writing. That's the main, like, they got the best technology and stuff, and the writing's bad. The movie's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
I was actually watching a review earlier today for that Cruella movie.
Oh my god.
And yeah, they were legitimately trying to make Cruella de Vil out to be like some kind of awesome badass.
Yeah.
To root for. I'm like, there's nothing that you can say that's gonna make me love somebody who wants to skin puppies.
Exactly. Like,
I wouldn't be shocked though if they're gonna like reboot the 101 Dalmatians. Like they're gonna try it.
Like as the sequel to it or something.
Yeah.
oh no.
And I wouldn't be shocked like they're gonna take a different twist with it where it's like, oh, she's not actually trying to kill the puppies. It's just the patriarchy thinks she's trying to kill the puppies.
Nah, Rogers was just an abusive owner.
Yeah,
Mm.
I could totally see that. Because they're rebooting everything because nobody has anything original
Yep.
to bring to the table. It's like, just retire the remake idea, at least for like 10 years.
Mm.
I'm getting sick of it. Like, I'm sick of seeing classics constantly being like, oh, well, this is the updated version.
The non-misogynistic version.
Yes.
Lazy.
It's like their definition of misogyny is so loose. Like, it's technically, most of what they talk about isn't misogynist, but
No.
Yeah. Or, you know, they gotta dumb down those male leads, too. So that way...
that's my biggest complaint with the Phase 4 shit with
Oh my
Marvel.
god.
Is like
Mhm.
everything that's every title character, it takes a back seat in their own movie, and it's like, well, just cut out the pretense here. Like, don't tell us it's a movie about Shang-Chi if it's not about Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The new Black
I mean,
Widow
but
was
You know, to be fair though, I mean, Feige came out and said what they wanted to do. Put the
True, he did.
have more
Yeah,
female, like, so it's kind of like, and like if you're not you, but like in people in general, it's just like if you think that they're not going to follow through, then they're going to follow through. So when you watch, like, you trying to watch Moon Knight, I barely got through the first episode and wanted to rip my eyeballs out, and I find out later that the girl ends up saving him, and then now she's a hero. Now, then they tokenize her character.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Hey, Scarlet Scarab from Marvel is a male. Well, now the main girl that's like his wife or whatever, in Moon Knight,
Yeah.
she ends up becoming her own hero. She becomes the Scarlet Scarab, but the Scarlet Scarab is a male. It's a male character, and Disney thinks they're slick because they start throwing it out there on all these like kind of like we got this covered and screen like all these obnoxious channels that cover this stuff, and they just say it with they just throw it out there as if so they know that the super normies they're not going to know. So someone like me or you guys or whoever comes out and says something, then we're the bad guys because we don't want to strong. I've gotten arguments with people online and stuff on stupid
No, I
Twitter.
feel you.
So it's like,
Yeah,
it's like
Yeah.
you don't know what you're talking about. The person, it's a male. It's like you don't like. So you're telling me I don't like Chun-Li and Ivy and Laura Croft and Wonder Woman and Samus and like, don't talk to me about what I do. Don't. Oh man,
Exactly.
they're annoying. They're annoying.
Shoot. I don't know why I don't know why nobody's been getting on this Namor thing yet. Because the whole thing doesn't make any sense at all.
Listen, I know. Look, oh boy.
Ooh.
People think, oh, okay, Namor. Okay, you want to flip it a little bit. You freaking Miss Marvel. See, here's the thing with the Miss Marvel thing. They didn't officially say that she's the first mutant. It's a hint, but we don't know what they're doing within there. Are they making Inhumans and mutants the same thing? Are they going to use the Celestial? Like, we really don't know. So maybe it's a bait and switch the opposite way. You know what? Okay, like this. Like Superman and Lois, which I think is actually a good show. I can't believe those words that just came out of my mouth. But like they had the black guy that's John Henry Irons, but they were slick because they know that people like me would get pissed because it looked like the black guy was going to be Lex Luthor, but he's not Lex Luthor. So they were almost trying to drum up drama on purpose. So someone like me would be like, "Oh, what is this? Black Lex Luthor, just great. Can't they just leave stuff alone?" And then he ends up not being Lex Luthor. I don't know if I spoiled anything. I'm sorry, but like, it's kind of like that. So like with Namor, it's more. It's if you go online, like I was watching people's reactions and I'm like, oh my lord. So now these Mexican people are coming out and they're like, you can tell that they're normies. So there's nothing against like whatever, that's fine. But they're like, as a Mexican American, I'm so proud to see the rep. I'm like, and then I said, why? What are you proud about? Why? Proud about what? What are you proud about? All they're doing is they're doing another culture thing. So Black Panther, people are gonna show up in dashikis and stuff at Black Panther 2 and crying and acting whatever. And then now they're trying to hijack the Mayan Aztec culture.
Yeah.
It's just another cultural. That's literally all it is, and you can see it. Big Aztec pyramid in the background behind you. It's like, you're not being slick. We know that it's pretty and it looks pretty and it's like whatever. You're changing the backstory, but I'm not an idiot. I know what you're up to. You're gonna play the identity politics game, and it's gonna be all interwoven in the movie.
I mean, you could honestly tell that they were doing that in Black Panther. But the two things that doesn't make sense to me is, why are you guys happy about getting a character that is known for brutally murdering and kicking the shit out of people just because he's mad? And two, why is he beefing with the Wakandans if now his culture is now thousands of miles further away from what it actually would have been? And both of them are secret cities that just recently came out. That makes no sense.
It's. I mean, I guess with the recent runs, he floods it and stuff. Whatever. Which it may be cool. I don't know, man. It's just, like, I want it. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm literally. I blanked out. Like, after Endgame, I watched WandaVision with my boys, and they actually enjoyed WandaVision. Of course, it kind of went off the rails, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, like, that was it. Like, we're done. We watched it at home. Because I was just trying to see what I have, a little website or whatever. But like Thor, my teenage son begged me to turn it off.
Wow.
Oh God, yes.
They begged me to turn it. They're like, please, Dad, can you turn this off? They're like, what is
so
this?
stupid, bro. Oh, I'm so mad.
Dude, it's like all of them too. They don't want to see anything. They don't want to see anything at all. They're like, why is Falcon Cappy Falcon? What is going on? I'm like, I'm sorry, sons. I'm sorry. Like,
Failed them.
We failed you.
My kids are mixed. I'm black, so like that's not that has no bearing or anything. I'm just saying. So it's like,
I feel you.
Black. It's like, no, they're like Captain America is Steve Rogers. That is not Captain America. We tried to watch Captain Winter, whatever that show was. Awful. They're like, Dad, please turn this off. It's like, okay.
Dude,
so we're done. We're done. That was our thing too, to go to the movies and watch these Marvel movies and stuff, and we're just done with it now.
I hated what they did, like how they passed up so many opportunities with the Winter Soldier.
Dude!
Yes.
The Winter Soldier was the guy who really should have had like a lot of dramatic beats in that story, and like they just breezed on by it.
My dumb self ended up watching. I just wanted to see what they were gonna do. Oh my God! I watched the entire series. And we've got Bucky sharing feelings in rooms with. Like, what am I watching right now? Like, it just. Oh my gosh!
Dude.
He couldn't get alone. Hint, hint. It's because he's black. What?
I feel that didn't make any sense at all, man. And
Nothing made sense.
Dude, and they made him the biggest idiot out of all of them because he sympathized with a freaking terrorist, and then he has to be like, "Oh no, Senator, you need to do better." Even though I sympathize with someone who literally killed people for no reason.
Ooh, that made me so angry. That was one of the most cringe lines in any of the series or movies. It was too on the nose. Like, hey, white male, I'm talking to you. You watching this show right now? I'm talking to you. Like, just. Go jump off a bridge. You Anthony Mackie, go away.
Plus, it was just like such a departure for his character. It was a departure for his character like
That's-
completely, because like the way he was, like his overall philosophy in like Civil War and stuff, it's like you never would have thought he was on that mindset.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the character writing. It was like it sucks. It'd be like all of a sudden if like freaking like this person, someone comes along and what I forgot their names, but like Avatar: The Last Airbender is literally one of my favorite shows, like not cartoons, shows of all time, right? So it'd be like all of a sudden if Aang out of nowhere, just like they make a season 4 or 5, whatever, and there's oh my gosh, another season, then all of a sudden Aang is just angsty and doesn't act like a monk, and he's acting more like Zuko now. Like, why is he all of a sudden just, who wrote the character? I don't understand it's the character writing is so, I mean, obviously we know why, because the politics and all that stuff, but it's just like, why? Can you just tell a story, please?
Yeah, but I expected that to happen because obviously Sam's black, and they obviously think black people have to think a certain way. But I was mad as hell. It made no sense why they bitch made Loki like that.
Oh God!
They made this man want to commit incest, bro.
Well, it was like the ultimate form of narcissism. He wanted to have sex with himself from another universe, and of course, his female counterpart is better at him than everything.
Yeah.
And our Loki's a bitch, you know.
Star-Lord, Loki. Who else got kicked in the balls? Star-Lord, Loki. I can't even count now. I don't even know. Like everybody's just. Oh my
Thanos
God.
got bitched in what if?
Yeah. Yeah. Just it sucks so bad because I used to be excited. Like theory crafting. Like, okay, how are they going to bring the mutants in? X-Men. Oh, this should be cool. This should be not anymore.
Yeah.
I literally don't. I literally am. They are absolutely 100% going to ruin it. There's no way that they're going to be able to leave the Fantastic Four straight and white. They're not going to read. Regardless of what they do with John Krasinski, if he comes back or he's an alternate version or whatever, whoever the main version is going to be a black guy because Kang is black.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he's a future version, right? Oh no, I think I know what they're gonna do.
They're gonna make him black.
No, because I think I heard that John Krasinski is coming back. I think they're gonna make Sue Storm black. She's gonna be a sassy black woman.
Hey, they're making Professor X black.
Oh, I heard about that too. That pissed me off.
I would
I
not.
don't think they'll go that far. I don't think they'll go that. I know they want to, but I think even Marvel or Disney isn't. But then again, they are that stupid. So yeah, because they want to do the whole the mutants because X-Men is sexist. There was like, they want to do the whole like Magneto is Malcolm X and Professor X is Luther King. It's like that's not what that was. That's not what that was. But they repeat it enough times so people think that that's what it was. I mean, it dealt. It's like Star Trek. Star Trek has always been technically progressive in a sense, but not beat you over the head and
I could take a little argument with that because I have problems with the term progressive from the progressive movement back to the 1800s. But it was always egalitarian. It was always unity. It was always all people had a right of voice, no matter what they were.
Yeah. I think Deep Space Nine probably really I'll be honest with you, like when like Dax and stuff was like they started to like meddle a little bit, but overall, like I can watch Star Trek I take that, not the modern Star Trek. Oh my God, I can't watch that. I can't do it.
Can I actually say, I get a lot of crap for this, but I stand by it. Out of the traditional Treks, DS9 is not even in my top 2. And the biggest reason isn't because it's not a good show, but for a couple things. A, it didn't have enough of the hope in a lot of the seasons. It was too focused on the war without a break. And B, I fucking hated Kira with a passion. Because she was one of those who would defend anything she had done to people. The episode where the guy was honestly coming after her because he thought she was a monster and didn't want her to have a kid because she was carrying Keiko's. But it got to this point where at the end of it, you find out that she deformed the guy when he was literally an innocent civilian in the place she bombed. And she was still defending it, going, there's no such thing as innocent bystanders. If you're there, no matter how you're there, you're guilty. Yeah. And I'm sitting there going, no, fuck you, bitch. No, fuck you.
my thing with my issue with Deep Space Nine. So when I was younger is when I don't even know how. I'm 43 now, so I don't know how old I was. I was like maybe I don't even know. But when Deep Space Nine first,
I was 38, and it was like 94, 95 range, starting and through right around 2000, and so that was my teen years, and that's when I was watching it.
So like I was like used to other Star Trek, right? So I'm watching Deep Space Nine, kind of like, oh, this is kind of boring. It's just like walking around the station. Then, it's the writing. I completely understand what you're saying in like general sense, but it was the character development.
I think some of the characters fell really flat, but the ones that I think they developed the best were like Bashir and Nog and even Quark to a degree on that. And of course, Garrick being one of my absolute favorite characters of all time for Star Trek, because the depth of the characters they put into them was great. I was not as big of a fan of Sisko because honestly, I found him quite a hypocrite in a lot of the episodes, and some of the racial stuff was very whiny. But I mean,
now see, they didn't do too much of the race stuff really at all in Deep Space Nine, except
they did a few places where it was kind of awkward and uncomfortable. And Avery Brooks actually admit, throwing in the N-word where it made absolutely no sense, just so they could say it.
That was in the later season.
Yeah, I know. But the other one was that, like, they were doing a holodeck program to have fun, and he threw a fit that he didn't want to go because we wouldn't have been welcomed in that area in that time because we're black. And it's like,
that's where I was about to go. That's where I was going. That episode, there was another episode where they were like the writer and all that stuff. I usually hate anything like that, but I thought they did that one well. The episode that you're talking about, I hated that entire episode. And it was out of character because it was out of nowhere.
That's the thing. And Avery Brooks has grown a lot. He's actually one of the people saying that they're playing race too much in modern Trek. But when that show came out, he was one of the people playing race on everything in his real life. And he was the one who was pushing him to stick race in places. So he's actually grown up a lot. So I got to give him that.
In the show, outside of those two episodes, They did not play it up.
And I'm not saying they played it up constantly, but the times they did were just so awkward and uncomfortable and made no sense.
Yeah, that was annoying. That episode really was annoying. But I did like that they actually made a father and a son for once, like be the.
Oh no, they actually had a really good single father who was trying to take care of his kid after losing his son. Instead of playing, and you gotta give him that credit with Worf too, because at least they were portraying these guys as good fathers who wanted to be there and take care of their kids.
Oh yeah.
Actually, Star Trek did it several times. Look at Rom and Nog.
Yeah, they did a good job with that. I was like really good job.
Really lost.
The writing.
Me too. I don't know. DS. I don't know.
The writing is Deep Space Nine's writing was really good in a general sense.
In general, yeah. There's, like I said, there's some characters I don't think they developed well. I don't think they played well. I actually liked a lot of the stuff with Dax, even though with Dax, they used her having the symbiote, her having multiple lifetimes, to play with a lot of the gay, bi, trans stuff. And I actually thought they did it well in a way that humanized to all sides that argument.
For the most part, there was a couple of pushy episodes.
There were a couple that were a little, but they were never anything like they're doing now. And even when you disliked a little of it, it wasn't that bad, you know?
Yeah, I
know
could
Jean-Luc
watch it
Picard.
without getting like too irritated with it.
I know
Because-
I know Picard.
Mhm.
Before Picard.
Yeah, I only know the originals and just a few of the Next Generation.
Original series is my favorite series. Next Gen was my second favorite. It actually ended up for me, I liked each series a little less than the previous one.
Yeah.
I was okay with Voyager by the time it came out, even though I have a lot of issues with it, actually. And then by the time they did Enterprise, I was done.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, Wolfsbane shared this with me, and I thought you all would love to
Please tell me
talk
this is
in
a joke.
horror.
No, I actually scrolled on it on IGN Facebook.
They can't do anything unique. They can't do anything new. They can't create anything because they have no brains and no originality anymore. All they can do is remake, retell, propagandize, spin their little narratives, virtue signal, and redo everything else a million times. Sequel, prequel, remake, retell. That's all they're doing now. Yeah, those have always been done, but they used to be. There'd be a remake of this, but they'd spend time. They'd study the original. They'd work a lot of the original jokes into it. They'd bring back people from the original cast. They'd do tributes to them, stuff like that. And they would be every so often in the middle of all these new movies. Now it's just remake, sequel, prequel, remake, reboot, remake, sequel, prequel. That's all they're doing.
The only
And the
reason
remaking
why I'm
movies-
kind of curious for this one is because it's not an American studio, and it looks like these guys are actually from India. So I've
Oh,
seen.
God, please don't do it Bollywood style. Please don't do it Bollywood style.
No, it actually looks pretty
I actually kind of want to
cinematic.
see that.
I do too. No.
Bollywood's first Gump.
I'm just picturing him dancing around singing about how much of a slut that he is. I mean,
Why are
You
you
mean
so
that
emo,
Jenny is.
Jenny?
Oh God. Oh.
I was. I'll be honest on this. I was never much of a Forrest Gump fan. I'm really not a fan of Tom Hanks. So,
No problem.
This is
So-
the biggest.
but I can still look at that and go, for God's sakes, no, for crap's sakes. I actually saw one, and it's not confirmed yet, but they're actually talking about freaking remaking That Thing You Do. It was one of the most painful movies ever made to begin with in the 90s.
Well,
Like,
they
why don't
remade
they
Cats, though.
Why don't they remake movies that like weren't good and like make them better? Like, why do they?
Well,
have
to be fair, That Thing You Do was not good. It was annoying as hell. But the one that gets to me is that they're doing all this over and over. And it's so devoid of originality. Now, there have been a few remakes that even if they had issues, I still overall liked it. I didn't mind when they did the movie version of Beverly Hillbillies because they made so many of the original jokes. They did tributes to the original cast and stuff that even though they modernized it, it still fit, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't mind when they did Maverick because they did it so well to the original and they brought in James Garner as one of the main characters and everything else. They did it with honor to the original.
Adam
Yeah.
Family.
Addams Family's in the 90s. While I still like the series better, they at least fit the spirit of the story, you know?
Oh God. Speaking of which, they're about to bastardize the Munsters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's
Oh
sake. They
yeah.
already did a crappy remake of the Munsters in the 90s that was horrible.
Dude, is it just me, or does that new one look like a fucking porno?
Do you guys remember the one season Munsters show that happened in the 90s?
No.
I do.
It was god awful. It was god awful. It bombed so bad. It was almost today's level of crappy remake.
I'm getting the vibe though. Like, I think Rob Zombie's directing the remake of the Munsters.
Oh, God.
Something
No,
tells me
wait,
he's gonna
wait,
do,
wait.
Like a horror.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
whatever.
No, can we these things that were designed to touch the horror genre, but still be cute and family friendly in the cute and family friendly range?
No, the
It
nuclear
is
Please?
must
It'd
die.
be like Jersey Shore.
No, God, please. I grew up. Okay, there's two favorite women I had following growing up. One because I understood being judged by developing certain figure characteristics, and one because I was the gothic girl and I loved the story of a truly romantic, loving couple parent. Because even in the 60s, so many of the shows had divorcees, widowers, or parents that were always fighting and stuff. That I liked having a couple that, while they were completely their own drummers, they were truly in love with each other and devoted to each other. So I adored Morticia and Jessica Rabbit as two of my favorites.
Nice.
Yes, but they were too wholesome and they were too nuclear, and that must die.
And that's why I did this drawing. I did this drawing as a crossover of the two.
It is not acceptable. That is the male gaze. Men are not allowed to be pleased with what they see.
They can kiss my ass. I loved the fact that, and it's a stereotype that's getting worse every year, not better. This attitude that if a girl is curvy, if a girl has a large chest or something, she's automatically treated like she's trampy, slutty, pornographic, inappropriate around children, idiotic, sleeping her way to the top, all this shit. The stuff I've dealt with since I started developing boobs when I was 8. And I'm not kidding.
Women need to look up to women that skin puppies and dress up like dudes, fight against the predator with a bow and arrow.
Do you know what really pisses me off about that? Isn't even that they decided they wanted to do a native version of that. Is that they're portraying the natives as opposing a female being a hunter or a brave. And almost every single tribe in this country had bands of female braves within theirs. They were allowed to. It was not stopped.
I brought that up specifically because I knew you were going to rant about it.
You know that pisses me off that they keep fucking up my culture.
I mean, they're going to fuck up everybody's culture. It's just the way it goes.
It's like Disney, anytime they touch anything native, they bastardize it like hell. They portray us as some sort of cross between Hispanic and inner city ghetto stereotypical black. They give us Hispanic names, and then they find a few token natives to work on the project, and they list them in the fucking credits by what reservation they come from. Because apparently we don't count as native unless we were raised on the res. And if we get jobs as a native from the res, we have to be told that you belong on the res every time we do a job. Disney is one of the most fucking racist companies out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're making money, so, they're going to keep...
I hope they strangle on it.
I mean, I'm sure the government is actually giving them some payouts because I think there's like an incentive for like certain diversity requirements.
Sure is. Yep, sure is.
And that's racist as hell too, by the way.
Good stuff. 2022.
See, Ben's just hitting those buttons he knows make me rant because he just wants me to rant a bit on the end of the stream.
Yeah. And it's also because, I knew that I figured if you rant about that, you're not going to troll me as hard.
Yes, I am, you fucking asshole.
Well,
And you would have had more chance of getting away with that argument if you hadn't have said something.
Maybe you
Ben, I think he does. I think he's one of those that sits there and goes, "Hit me harder, hit me harder."
No. I do like it when a woman puts her arms around my neck, though. That's a whole
Ben,
story.
masochists can smell her own.
I'm only slightly, not like, I'm not full on.
Not my level, you're saying?
I'm mixed, if you will.
Mixed or a switch, or do you even know what the terms mean?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck's sakes. You are such a disappointment in so many ways. I mean...
That's not what my mom says, so...
To your face! I mean...
Look, my mom says that she's very proud of me, and that I am a wonderful go-getter.
To your face!
And if you say that I'm anything but that, then you're calling my mom a liar.
Oh, don't even...
My mother is not a liar all the time. Well, anyway, it is about that time for us to start wrapping up. So let's go down the list here. Belmont, are you alive?
He died.
Belmont's dead. Let's see. Wolfbane, where can we find you at?
Well, first off, let me vouch for Belmont. He had a book out I think Smokes the Fox. You can find it on Belmont Fest through his Twitter. And as for me, I have a book out, wolfsbanecomics.com, spelled with a U. And I also have a Twitter under the same name. That's where you can find my YouTube channel and all my other links. Thank you.
Oh, I had it on mute. Sorry, man.
I
thought I was talking. And I was like, how come you guys can't fucking hear me?
Where can we find you, Belmont? We can't find you.
Find me on my couch.
So everybody who's watching has to
shit.
go to your house.
Fucked up. My name is fucked up. Hold up.
You can find me at Justin Belmont with a underscore between my first and last name on Twitter. I don't like to do Facebook. Well,
Yeah, because Facebook is trash.
and I'm also Belmont Press Comics on YouTube. So you want to subscribe.
Nice.
I honestly
I
don't
also-
care about that because those are the ABC specials. They're like glorified musicals and plays.
I had to share it since you shared it. Like I had to. This is a great note to go out on. HER.
Oh.
There's actually an organization called Her.
No. Her is the name of the singer. She's actually pretty
Oh.
good.
Oh wow. So she's just man.
She is good.
She,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't blame her. I blame ABC for being trash.
Well, it's about time. It's about time that this French fairy tale got some color in it because I'm so sick of these pasty French people. But let's see.
It's not
Let's
a
see.
movie.
Woke Breaker, where can we find you at?
Here.
I mean, like, on social media. Like, where can people?
Just YouTube. I have a channel. I'm sort of doing. I mean, it's whatever. It's not anything big or anything like that. So YouTube and Twitter. Those are the two I use the most. Yep.
What's your handle?
Same name, just the Woke Breaker. And look
Okay.
it up. It should come up.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I think this is the first time I've met you here and on Twitter.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I follow you yet.
I don't,
I follow Wolfsbane because of Telepathic Bunny.
Yeah.
And I think Belmont too. I think I've seen him in there. I'm working on a story too. but
Yeah,
I'm not an artist. Like I'm not a. Like I do graphic design on the side, but I'm working on this story and I'm trying to find artists to, help me flesh it out or whatever. But so I post like character designs and stuff on Twitter.
Excalibur, Pinocchio in space.
No, my own thing. Yeah, but that's about it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong Woke Breaker.
And
Probably, I guess it's the backwards word. Like, I guess Twitter does everything, so it's like Breaker the Woke. I think it is something like that.
Okay.
and
Yeah, because I'm about to say, you're not a fluid trans person. What?
I definitely am not that.
it is 2022. Everybody can be whatever they want to be.
No judgment. No judgment. You can be whatever you want to be, precious.
Breaker the Woke. I guess what his Twitter puts it in as. I guess.
Okay.
Oh, right.
I got you. I'm
Okay.
already following you.
Oh, okay.
And Rosetta, where can we find you when you're not trolling me?
Well, if you type in Eagle Rider, obviously I'm not the motorcycle company, but you'll find a nice big busty chick riding an eagle as the avatar. Obviously that's me. I mean, come on. Other than that, Rosem Queen 1 over on Twitter if you want to watch me slap around SJW racist idiots all day.
And I can vouch that I see that happen a lot.
They
Almost
like to harass me and they never win. It's really entertaining.
Sounds like me.
I used to be like that, and I just kind of got tired of it. I was just
Well,
like, eh.
The thing is, I don't go looking for it. If I state any opinion, even benignly, a swarm of SJW racists come out and try to tell me that they can take away my race and my culture and that I can't speak on behalf of things involving women. And it's really easy to point out that they're bigots then, you know?
Yeah, but bigotry is the new anti-bigotry.
Well, of course it is.
Oh.
And I heard
Exactly.
I heard that growl. I know that growl. That's the, I want to kill people who think that way.
No, freaking King. Die already, Jonathan Majors. God.
Oh no.
Jonathan Majors and what he wants fans to know about the MCU King. I just want people to be. I don't want anyone to be curious about you. You're not King. Go away. Go away.
What? You mean the goofy boy that was laughing all the way in Loki?
Oh my
Who's actually
gosh.
who's actually the source of all things in the MCU? Like
He's
free
the
will
source
isn't
of my
a
left
thing.
nut.
Free will isn't a thing. It's all Kang's will.
Doesn't matter. I've given up on them anyway, so I don't know why I get so mad about it. But this is annoying.
Because they're still bastardizing everything we loved and cared about. So that they can push a political agenda to brainwash the next generation to be even more bigoted. I mean,
Hey,
gonna
my kids
backfire.
know. They know. They beg to turn stuff off now.
there was a point a couple of years ago where my brother decided to start bitching at me about all this shit in the middle of I'll just say it was a special date for me, and he was bitching at me, attacking the communities I'm involved in here and defending all these this modern stuff. And my 16-year-old niece creamed him about all of it and wiped the floor with him and told him he didn't know what he was talking about, and kids my age hate it and all this other stuff. And it was glorious.
Lordy.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
By the way,
Faye's
Ben,
salvation-
that was the girl that looks like me. By the way, Ben, that did that. Big surprise, right?
I mean, like my cousins right now, like we're kind of on different planets. It's like they're all they're not like super into this stuff, but they're not paying enough attention. Is my big issue, I guess.
Let's put it this way: my oldest brother is very, very anti-fandom in CG.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my cousins aren't tapped in enough to know anything that's going on with that, but I'm sure they have friends who probably would, throw up if they found out that they had a relative that was a part of this. Good stuff. Fade Salvation. Where can we find you at, man?
Well, you guys can find me on Twitter at Fade Salvation, as well as my YouTube channel, Fade Salvation, where I'm just doing some gang videos. Hey, Luke. And right now I'm currently playing Persona 5 Scramble. That one's actually a pretty good game. It's kind of like Samurai Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, with the Persona kind of mix to it. If you guys want to check that out. And yeah.
Hell yeah. And Luke, it's great to see you, bud. I'm sorry you came in right as we were wrapping up. But I am of course Ben, aka the Fusebox. You can find me here on Fusebox Engaged every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. And you can
Or just
find
look
me
for the
on-
giant loser sign in the sky.
You can find me on Twitter at Knights Outlaw, and you can find me on Instagram at Outlaw Knights. And of course, click on the link in the description of this video, and you can get on the email list for Outlaw Knights issue 2. If you missed out issue number 1, that's not a problem because we're going to be offering it on this campaign. And if you're on the email list,
How do you do your Twitter? How is it?
oh, it's NIGHTS Outlaw.
Oh, okay.
And
I found it. Cool. Okay.
hell yeah. And if you sign up on the email list for Outlaw Knights issue number 2, you will get access to exclusive perks, including one where you can get both issues for the price of one, and that one's going to be a very limited tier. So if you know get in while the getting's good, and we are so effing close right now. We are at 92 signups, I believe it was. So we are almost at 100. So when it gets to 100, I actually have to schedule the launch for this damn thing.
Are you the art? Do you write and draw, or do you write and?
Sadly, I'm just the writer.
Oh,
that's part of why I'm crowdfunding is because I need money to pay my people. You know.
One day I'll be there, I guess.
Yeah, it's it's costly, but it's satisfying, especially when you get those pages in.
I was just gonna say, if it makes you feel any better, I've spent the last 3 years trying to learn all this stuff for drawing, so I could do this myself. So I can do my tribal story and actually have it themed to my great uncle's paintings. So it's not easy. It's not easy to get to this point and do this stuff.
But it's still the smarter way to do it. I mean, I'm just like, I don't have the patience to sit down and learn to draw, and I feel like with the quality I want from this story, I need somebody who's already...
I've got your quality right here. I've got your quality right here. Knock that crap off your screen. Get that thing off your screen.
We're here to learn about her.
No, we're not.
I can teach you.
They can kiss my ass with all their race swapping bullshit. Belle was French, for fuck's sakes. She was not anything else.
And Luke Stone is, of course, crowdfunding from his own site, which is smart.
Now knock her off the screen, please. For fuck's sakes.
We're wrapping up, and it's a great...
I know. I want to show off my piece of my art.
Okay. I just was a big fan of her.
Why? And look at my drawing. Come on, that's sexy.
I mean, I will admit, her though she is pretty hot.
Yes, she is, right?
At the very least, she's not ugly.
Just watch her music videos and just watch her music videos, man.
I will just put it this way: she can't be any worse than the version they did with freaking Hermione.
Oh yeah.
What?
God, I can't stand that bitch.
Yeah,
who's this her person?
She's a musician. She makes pretty good music.
Yeah, she was in that article I was just sharing about the Beauty and the Beast.
I put so that's her. I didn't even know who she was. I just put it.
I saw HER and I thought, like, is this a company? Like, is there really a company called Her? Good stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. If you like anything we had to say, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. Hell, if you didn't like anything we had to say, go ahead and hit the dislike button. It helps get us traction, and because of YouTube, I can't even see it. So, by all means, be angry. I would love it. And we will talk to you all next Thursday.
Bye.